Hello everyone, this is my 1 month review of the Nintendo Switch 2. Um, so in this video, I'm just gonna basically talk about what I think of the Nintendo Switch 2, if I think it's worth it, not worth it, and I may compare it to other devices similar to the Switch in the market. I do have a couple of them, I will stress several of them in hand anyway, that I've been using for the last couple of years. And so, um, my first impression of the Switch is it's huge, but I love it. It's not too big like the Legion Go. The Legion Go is extremely big. It's almost 9 inches. And this is right at the almost 8 inches, just 7.9 inch screen. As you can see, it's a pretty hefty boy here. Pretty big. It's extremely thin, just like the original Switch, as you may know. Just to for comparison, um, this is the original Switch, the original LCD. You can see here. Go ahead and compare right here. You can see basically the almost same thickness. Um, let's go ahead and remove the controller here. There we go. Keep forgetting that the old one, you slide it up to remove the controllers. So in here you go. Here's the screen. So you can compare to the original one. This is very thin. It's about the same thickness, but look at the size difference here. Size is different is ridiculous. I also have the OLED Switch right here. The same thing. You can see size different between both. It's pretty huge. The controllers off here. Hey, there we go. And again, size difference. I will take a 4K picture and slap it on the screen with both of them next to each other. Actually, with all three of them next to each other, so you can see the size difference of all three of them, and also next to each other, side by side, instead of from top to bottom, side to side. And also, I'm gonna put a picture with them in top of each other. So this way, they should come up here. As I'm talking, you should be able to see those pictures coming up just to compare it. Um, but what I really love about the Switch 2 is how snappy everything is. It's a lot better than the original. Meaning when you go to the online store, to the eShop for the Nintendo Switch, everything moves so slow, so laggy, so versus here, everything just move. Um, so I'm gonna do as I'm saying all this, I will be putting videos comparing some, and later on I'm gonna show a quick gameplay, or not a gameplay, but me just navigating the UI. Everything's very snappy, pretty smooth, really way better than the original. And that additional memory they added here is it shows, and also it does show that it does have way more horsepower under the hood here. Um, the other thing that I really love is being backward compatible. Also be able to play your original Switch game, for example, like this one, and be able to play it on the console from this little car here, and also buying the games online digital, so you can be able to play them. But there is this game, and there's some Nintendo Switch 2 game, not a lot of them, but there's some of them like this boy right here. They they basically is both games for both consoles, Switch 1 and Switch 2 in one cartridge. I love this. Meaning, I can play it on this big boy and this bad boy right here, or I can go ahead and bring my OLED and play it on my OLED if I wanted to. More companies should do this. They should do this. If there is two versions of the game, one for the Switch 1 and one for the Switch 2, yo, just just release a Switch 2 with both games in there, and then of course with the patch for the Switch 2 in it. But other than that, I do like the Switch. I'll sometimes I'm in bed playing the Switch left and right because I'm really into Mario Kart, and also I'm into Ruin of Factory. Anyway, it's just this game again. I'm really into like this game. My recommendation for everyone for the Switch, if you have the original Switch and you're not pressed to get another one, let's say the lag in some of the lag in the games, it's because some of the games do lag, like for example like Zelda, there are times that game plays well and sometimes that game is the frame just drop. Here they haven't dropped for me. I haven't noticed any frame drop. There may have been some, but I have not noticed it. That I personally know that I can personally say I have not noticed any lag at all. Would I recommend the Switch 2? Yes. Would I recommend to buy it right away? No. You can wait. If you don't need the Switch 2 right now, just wait. They are coming into stock every other week. I've actually been noticing every other week or once a month it's gonna be stocking. Like yesterday, Walmart was doing I think at 7 o'clock p.m. they start selling Nintendo Switch. Yesterday, and that was July the 7th. And also Target has some last week. So just basically go to Google, just type in Switch 2 restock, and you will get a list of which store has some. And just click on those links, and you will be able to find it. You don't buy anything from scalpers. Buy directly from the store. I do recommend it. And of course, if you do have the mixed Switch, I'm gonna say this: do not try it on this new console. If you want to keep using the mixed Switch, just use it on your old console. I don't have one, but I've been seeing a lot of report of people using it. And if you don't have it, don't buy it. Just play your game as normal. Leave it alone. Don't mess with the system. You do not want to get banned. I do not believe that Nintendo should be banning people. They should be giving people a three strike you're out kind of thing online. Like the first strike, basically, if you use the mixed Switch, basically you got 2 months strike, meaning you can play your games, but you cannot go online to buy games or see what is online available. That should be the first strike. Second strike will be maybe 6 months. And if you use it a third time, you're completely banned from the network. But it should not be the console. I believe that they should not ban the console. They should ban your account completely. Your main account. If you bought 20 games, guess what? You already lost all 20 games. Too bad, too sad. I'm sorry to say it. Too bad, too fucking sad. But your console should not be banned. You should be allowed to create a new account so you can be able to play your Switch again. Or if you want to give it away, you can give it away to someone, and this Switch is able to be used by someone else. But my number one recommendation to the Switch is yes, get one if you can, and if you really if you don't have one, get one. If you don't have the original Switch, get one. If you have the original one, you can wait. You don't have to. And again, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I can tell you I'm very familiar into handhelds. Like you can see, I have the Portal, PlayStation Portal. I also has this big boy here, the Legend Go. And again, let's go ahead and compare them right here. You can see size difference is ridiculous. And look the thickness. Come on, look at that thickness. This boy is fat. It's a fatty, but this boy is a fucking thing. That's the other thing about this. This thing can run some games and you don't hear the fan at all. Versus this boy, it's like a freaking jet. Bzzz. it get hot like crazy, and he's almost about to fly over your hand. That's how hot it gets, and also how loud the fans gets. Um, Also, I do have the Steam Deck, as you can see, and this is a Steam Deck OLED. Again, let's go ahead and compare them here. See the thickness, and also right here. Let's do side by side. So this right here is God tier. I don't care what anybody says. This fucker, the Steam Deck, is God tier. I gave a Steam Deck to my nephew, and I'm sad that that little fucker, I'm gonna say it. Hey Jaden, don't use it to its full potential. Or he doesn't know how to use it. I just don't get it. He got into PC. I gave him one. So I had the original one, and when I bought the new one, I gave him the other one because he's the only nephew that I have that he's into PC gaming. So because he buys stuff from Steam, so I thought, you know something, this will be a good gift. And he had no idea what the heck was a Steam Deck. And I had to kind of show him how to play with it, how to mess with it. And I'm kind of sad that he just doesn't really use it or take full advantage, because I told him it's a straight up PC. But anyway, it's not about that. It's about this boy. What would I give this console from 1 to 10? I would give this an 8. And because it's a good system, it's a really good system. I really love the new micro SD card. The only thing that I'm disappointed with Nintendo is why you have this for. Why do you have this USB-C? If you have this USB-C, and I hope, and I'm crossing my finger, that we can use an SSD here. We can do an attachment here in the back and then just slap an SSD. We can use an SSD as an external hard drive. That will be super freaking awesome, because the micro SD, they can go to 1 terabyte right now. And they're hard to find the 1 terabyte. I was able to order 1 terabyte, and I'm gonna get it over the weekend. Ship here. Finally, I was able to get one, but I have the original Nintendo Switch 256 here. But but with the SSD, you can get 2 terabyte SSD, or you can get a to 8 terabyte. So if I'm able, Nintendo, please do some kind of patch update to the system that unlock this to use SSDs as an external hard drive. That would be a best thing ever. I understand it may be draining your battery. Guess what? I'm okay with that, because there are some SSD enclosure that allow you to plug it, so you can charge the system at the same time that you're using the SSD. So you can have a dual function. At the same time, you have a second one. You have another USB-C here in the bottom. You can just plug it if you want to. Or if you have an external hard drive, not hard drive, but an external battery, and you're on the go, you can slap an external battery on it and then slap the SSD right on top of it. You can have both of them. I know it's going to give you some weight, but some of us, like some gamers like me, we don't care. Look at this boy. This is heavy. This will weigh as much as the SSD and the external battery on the back of it. And this is light as hell. This is nothing. This boy is nothing compared to this. This is lifting weights, basically. And I play this for hours. And I love it because it's almost like the Switch. But yeah, anyway, yes, buy the Switch if you can. If you don't need it, I will recommend wait. My wife has the original Switch. She also has a Switch herself. And I even asked her over the weekend, does she want the new one? She thought about it and she said, yeah, I don't need one right now. I'm still good where I am right now. I'm still good. I don't need it for anything special. She don't care for the Mario Kart game. She doesn't really care for it. She really loved, and again, as I showed you earlier, the little Hello Kitty, like Animal Crossing kind of games. And they're all right now in the original Switch. So she is good there. So maybe when they release the new Animal Crossing, or another cozy game that she may be in love with, then she probably might want to switch over. If it's on the second Switch and not on the first one, then she may be able to, she may be transferring over to the new one. But for now, she told me she don't care for it. Yeah. Hi everyone. This is Future Me, and this is just to finalize everything here. What do I think of the Switch 2? If I recommend it or not? As I mentioned earlier, yes, I do recommend it. This is good. This definitely is an 8 out of 10 console. It's not a generational leap console. It's more like a upgrade. Basically, what I mean with that is should be called Switch Pro, not a Switch 2. This is how it feels. Would you like it? Yeah, you're gonna love it because you can notice the performance, how quick it is, how snappy it is. The games look amazing, especially when you're trying to play on a 4K TV. They look good. Not able, I don't know, not sure what is the secret sauce that Nintendo's using in the background, but it's really good. So this is definitely a Switch Pro more than a Switch 2. Trust me, it is. All the games do run from your original Switch to this one. Some do have an issue here, but the one that I have at home, I have no issue. They all run flawlessly, perfect. Would I wait? Yes. I will definitely wait for at least a couple of months or even several months if you don't really need to. But if you do really want to, I will go ahead and jump into it if you really want to. But if you not press, I will say just wait. Just wait at least into next year, or just to give it more time for more games to become more available in the Nintendo Switch. And if they're, and I wish the company does this, like I said before, if they do have a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 version, just release one version of the game and one cartridge. So this way people can buy it and be able to switch back and forth whenever they buy the new one. They already have the upgrade version of the Switch 2 on the cartridge. They don't, so this way they don't have to double dip or buy the upgrade path later on. But the only thing that I will say that Nintendo needs to do is pretty much just to make this longer, is make the USB-C, the top one or the bottom, whichever they want or both, accessible to be able to read external SSDs. That will be it. If they can do that, I'm more than happy. This will be a 10 out of 10 that will knock this out of the park. As long as that is not available, is that's not there, no, I would just say just hold on, whatever, because the micro SD is a little expensive to get the new one. But you can get an SSD for twice the amount of storage that you can get a 1 terabyte. Anyway, thank you for joining. And if you like this video, please leave a like, follow, and a comment. And this way I will read all my comments and I will reply back. So just please follow, like, and leave a comment, and also hit that bell notification so you can get notification whenever I upload any future videos. And regarding the other handhelds that I have, I will be making reviews on each and one of those separately and for future videos. Okay, have a wonderful day. Take care.